All right. Hello, I'm Kiarra Zackery, and we are here recording another podcast for the city of Golden Valley. Today, my guest is our brand new commander, Alice White, and we're talking about the 911 embedded social worker program that the city of Golden Valley is participating in. Hi, Alice, how are you?
Hi, Kiara. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here today and talk about the 911 Embedded Social Worker Program that is here at Golden Valley.
This is a wonderful opportunity, one, for us to talk about this program. It's not new to the city. In fact, most of our residents and community members may have heard about the program, but I do think this is going to be a great opportunity for our community to also get to know you um, and your experience with your other departments with social workers, but also what the city of Golden Valley plans to do next and expand the program. So, um, let's start with this first question. What is the 911 Embedded Social Worker Pilot Program?
So, the 911 Embedded Social Worker Pilot Program is a program that partners with Hennepin County Behavioral Health and Golden Valley Police Department. Currently, this program is there's a social worker that works directly with the dispatchers, and they're on scene. So when an officer responds to a call, a 911 call, that appears to be someone who's having a mental health crisis, they can get direct referrals from the social worker via dispatch and different outlets to respond to the situation to assist them with providing the best service to someone in a mental health crisis.
So that sounds like a wonderful resource for not only our police department, but our community members. How did this program get to the city of Golden Valley?
Yeah, that's a good question. The program was presented uh, to multiple cities as a pilot, and Golden Valley just happened to be one of the recipients to be allowed to participate in this pilot.
Yeah, and it sounds to me as if this pilot started in 2019, but the city has been engaged with the program since 2020. So if a community member is looking to access social work services or calls 911 and there's a crisis, how would they access those services, or what can they expect in that moment?
So currently, officers are still responding to the 911 call like they normally would. They're responding to someone who might be having a mental health crisis, calling in on themselves, or a family member might be calling in, a friend. Officers are going to respond with the information that they've been provided to respond to the mental health crisis. While they're in response, there'll be a social worker that's partnering with the dispatcher, because ultimately the dispatcher is the one who provides the officers the information surrounding the call they're responding to. The social worker will look at the information presented in the call and give officers information on different services that they could refer this person to, or different programs, or sometimes they'll even know if the person that they're responding to already has mental health services in place and can start that process of notifying those services that the person is in crisis.
Okay. So to be clear, if I call 911 and myself or my family member, a neighbor, a friend, I call 911 and someone is experiencing or they are in crisis, I can expect that the dispatch will connect with the social worker and the police officer. The police officer will show up and they'll have information provided, potential resources for the community member that would be given to them in kind of like a consultation with the social worker.
Well, I wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily refer to it as consultation, but I would refer to it more as a referral process.
Okay.
It gives the social worker an opportunity to provide the officer who's on scene in person with the person who's having a mental health crisis resources that are available to help them stop the crisis.
All right. Thank you for that clarification. Um, So what are some of the expected outcomes of this pilot program?
So the expected outcomes are to have officers respond to the same person less frequently because they are tied in with different resources available to them. We would also like to see the use of these resources being available and used and utilized more often. So just a higher volume of people who need mental health services receiving them. And then also to have an opportunity for officers to respond to a situation and have background information about someone who's having who has mental health issues and give them a better opportunity to respond to their needs because they know them prior to getting to that person's residence or location.
Thank you. I think it is really important that we build those relationships, especially when we find ourselves in having repeat callers, that we also provide resources to mental health experts, and that we don't only have services while folks are in crisis, that we start to prevent the crisis. It sounds like this is a more proactive approach than just being reactive, knowing that we have community members that will need those services.
Absolutely. To describe it.
So, is there anything else that you want the community members to know?
I want the community to know that Golden Valley is dedicated to providing professional quality service to all of the citizens of our city. And we are especially focused on our city residents who do have mental health issues. And we're looking for ways that we can make this relationship better and provide them the services that are going to be best beneficial for them.
So glad that the city and that the police department is partnering with Hennepin County Behavioral Health. I do want to provide another opportunity. If you are interested in learning more and also providing some feedback or some ideas about how we can expand this program in the city of Golden Valley, we're going to be holding an event on November 10th at City Hall. And we'll have representatives from the Hennepin County Behavioral Health staff, and we'll have representatives from the Golden Valley Police Department. I'll be there too. And there's a raffle. Yes, we've got fabulous prizes, including gift cards. So if you attend the event, whether in person or virtually, you will be a participant and have an opportunity to win some wonderful prizes that have been offered not only by Hennepin County, but also our Golden Valley staff. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and we hope to see you on November 10th. Thanks, Alice.
Thanks for having me. I look forward to meeting everybody on November 10th.